Fre 0246 422 338. Mejidi say oye ne sa ebeboa wo. At long last, Sputnik V vaccines ho ensembe to dwa na ho enioma bibre ebae anopai me no ekase amane abeto dwa se sika na yadaba shake na you say on the health minister yeah jumedi sen ko be my Sputnik V vaccines ware found this sika no wo de aba yes say kwakoto aduro ni adabewo in Ghana for ekowie minority in parliament the NDC and an boarding say back $10, but government is procuring it at the rate of $19. So almost suspect say maybe womb, so they should withdraw that contract. As I speak to you, the contract has been withdrawn, and the Sheikh has refunded the money of 2.8 million Ghana cedis. Enkomo ehonsem eba. Nti eno ebehwe ho asem ene yaka or the era afenyo marking. The member of parliament for the good people of Efutu constituency of the central region and a deputy majority leader. And a genetuko committee amona call into that particular matter no. Na a chair a home komo and nina abade obokrat and we'll go into that matter na share. The President of the Republic, His Excellency President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is also touring the Ahafo region. He began his tour at the Upper East region, Upper West Savannah, Damango area, that is northeast, and later came to Bono East and Bono region. Now he is at Ahafo region. The good people of Ahafo, good morning to everybody. Chairman of Ahafo region of the New Patriotic Party, Kwabena Owusu Sechere. Anope yema watching. Mse waswa she papa. Mampeni about region modia one minister Monshe. Now, it's a commission of projects and other cutting of sort, constructions of roads. The president will be expecting such projects. Now, actually, the way forward, proud to the development of our nation. So, the national cake, yeah, can was no. Obia etimi enya chefa. Yeah, chene kakra. Mampeni chene kakra. Na enso Ghana for so. Ma obia enya chefa. But the story of the Supreme Court judge, Supreme Court judge, Samuel Kofi Mafo Sau. May he so rest in perfect peace. Opening we are NDC for the politics. Some of the youth activists are more social media. Yachiro mo atemdidi enti. Also mo didi opening na wawu natem. The way ebu my money ye. Me busa Ghana for am payment no pay. Ye the way ebu my money ye. Ye kabi mami nkebi. Democracy no e ya temdi. Chire wadwen. Enso men chire madwen. Asem na nye no kra enkasa no kre. We e ya temdi. Was some dimpenny na tem a lot of write-ups on social media. Chese omo didi papa no chese omo horo na nkasa. In fact, anura na mera ho me kan na chese me dwene ho amenti ase. But all the same, so we youth bebu no awofo no ntum mafo na Ghana enye se ni atete ye ya magana eye omai kron Ghana no enye se ni atete ye and the politics nti amaye ntemo ache. Politics in the akrakete no depend atem because of politics or customer enim ya chen so ntwantro. But you should not forget to say atemu bi da ho emayina atemu da kese bi enam kwanso ba de udua no eno otwa obi enu odua menkani na wotu eye board na wotwa board obi enu odua board nso na wotwa e kan say banchi ebi nsi da sana abodie mu ene sene nyame aye ne hyehye. But se saa ne se ebeye asoman na Ghana as a country ayenya independence since 1957 up to now, 64 years of gaining independence. Now, in our political history of our fourth republic of our democratic dispensation, this is where the youth of this country, the politics, then we should advise ourselves. The parents should advise their sons and daughters, especially this social media. When you go to other countries, some of the social media, your business, transacting business, gaining some important things from the social media, technology. But when it comes to Ghana, they are using the platform, the social media, to insult our political leaders, to insult our chiefs, to insult our opinion leaders, insult some pastors. Eddie, that's very one semaka. Very one semaka. And the meeting come kakra in Sabeka opani bako Ofia era. Damien D. Smith will join us shortly for a brief discussion. Now, share some of the projects that he's embarking and his vision for such project. We'll be talking about a lot of things. So join us, join the feed. You can join us on our social media platforms, especially on YouTube at Net2TV GH. This is Ghana's biggest and the most highly respected political, social, and current affairs talk show. The month of August, today marks the exactly 13 days of the month of August. We are moving forward. We thank the Lord Almighty, the magnificent and the significant God, the omnipotent, the omnipresent, the omniscient God, for selecting you, the viewer, for God giving us life this morning, that we can also be part of his children who are on earth currently. God, we give you glory and we give you thanks. The newspaper headlines. I'll start with the new weekend crusading guide. On the front page of the new weekend crusading guide, Muntaka bailiff showdown at East Legon police station. And that is page 3 and 10. And the lawmaker accused of disregarding court injunction, but says, I don't know what you are talking about. Sputnik V vaccines, 2.47 million Ghana cedis payment refunded. Afenyo Markin says there was no financial loss. When Dishe to rock AUCC alumni homecoming tomorrow. That is my school. You ever heard it? That's page 10 of the new crusading guide. NDC attacks on Ken Oforiatta, born out of empty hatred. CVM, or die in tow family fires salvos in defense of Benchi Achamfo. So if you look at the front page of the new weekend crusading guide, that is the headlines. Muntaka on the front page, Afenyo Markin also on the front page. But let me go into the story. Now, interested in your Now, at page 3 of the story, and Obo Amania said, by the news desk, what happened at the East Legon police station last Monday, August 2 this year, featuring LDC's political heavyweight Muntaka Mubarak, the member of parliament for Aswasi in the Ashanti region, and bailiff would trigger debate on whether an MP could be served writ at the police station or not. No, I say bailiff be the kwadu anase or the nkrata akoda no say the kwadu bi abono. Ono so say onim de omo ka ho asem. Ehon ensem aba. Yura Sheikh Ahmed bin Damu Al Matoum and yes, on health minister. Yes, or the Sputnik V vaccines in Bibeba, 300,000 doses as I speak to you. Yes, or the Sikanaba, or I found the Sikano. So the debate of causing financial loss, say about Maineka, Sikan is Abidu. A debate of double salary, will come in. Some MPs, about 48 MPs in this country, took double salary in this country. Take one salary as an MP and another salary as a minister. Double. Wabra Ghana Emra, the 1992 constitution does not permit that. We And once some Kadachi, Minka was Mrs. Yeraf Raza Kojopuku say attack, or more attack Kenofuratano, a year and 1 year or time, or Tenhunaqua, and also on some pay the Democrat at the New Weekend Crusading Guide. Now, page 10 of the New Weekend Crusading Guide. Akufo-addo serving in Ghana's interest. That is Freddie Wasma-Ublay, a national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and on this answer, Atu Idja. When Dishe to rock AUCC alumni homecoming tomorrow, that the Students Representative Council of the Africa University College of Communications, as part of its SRC Week celebration, inviting all alumni to the first ever homecoming event slated for tomorrow, Saturday, 14th August 2021, at the school's premises in Adabraka. The council stated that the long week-long celebration commenced with a cleanup exercise. There are a lot of activities that was held or led by the SRC currently president of the SRC, Michael Kofi Oduro, a broadcast journalist, and others. The worker the New Weekend Crusading Guide. That's page 10 of it. Let me take ABC News. On the front page of the ABC News, say Asa, Sheikh Al Maktoum refunds Sputnik V vaccine cash to Ghana. Says LC expired June. And so on, some the worker amount. And that was the Sheikh in a confidential letter dated August 11, 2021, and addressed to the Chief Director of the Ministry of Health, Mr. Kobna Buadu Uku Afari, said $2.47 million has been refunded to the designated bank account provided by the ministry. So you can see from the front page of the ABC News and a news headlines about the amount nti yenhwe se ne nyomate Achiasehene gifts State Housing Company land. That is Kobna Ampofo Apia MD State Housing Company in Fonina down Yamomo acre of almost 200 acres of land. So Monfa Enye project. Fixing Ghana is a collective responsibility. Chief of CHRA to Ghanaians say yenyo omayno yem fixeno enye nipa ba akofo asede desperate measures needed to fight pandemics, and also the editorial aspect of the ABC News, and so the Chronicle, and I'm there to also. If you look at the front page of the Chronicle, and Dubai Sheikh lobbies Ghana for more contracts. It's also on the front page of the Chronicle, so you can see that Dubai Sheikh lobbies Ghana for more contracts after vomiting $2.4 million Sputnik cash. MTN cautions customers against fraudsters. Fixing Ghana is a responsibility of all citizens. That is the chief of CHRA. And Dampare introduces horse patrols. Wow. You said they didn't wow. Wow. And I pay kudos to the Inspector General of Police, COP Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare. CCR Mponko. Co-patrolling in the police fund so. Hey, papa, any other? No, so I want some say. Na second deputy speaker meets Adanse Hinenananom and storms Fomina to meet heads of department. And also want some Africa must build a new consensus for unity and development. Nananketia the fourth, that is Esikado Mahine, and all this science me Ababe Tujanti. If you get the newspaper, the Chronicle, they are giving us a nice quotation. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 6. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. Very good. Somebody say, MTN for ball or customer so koko. Say akron for ukruma anti Ghana for more money and now. That is the Chronicle. In the Ghanaian Times, most authoritative newspaper, And on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, come out with business ideas to support 1D, 1F program. President charges private investors. Sputnik V vaccines contracts. Sheikh Matom refunds $2.47 million to Ghana. And Auditor General, Cocoa Board, loses 320.6 million Ghana cedis, but increases revenue from 9.03 billion Ghana cedis to 9.76 billion in 2019. And that is page 17 of the Ghanaian Times. Police nab suspected wife murderer in Oforikrom in the Ashanti region. And that's also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. At the back page of the Ghanaian Times, the Youth Agri-Enterprises Support Project launched and the regulations for operations of TCDA in Ofen. And that is technical workshop to draft regulations for the operations of the Tree Crop Development Authority. Also held in Pram of the Greater Accra region. So at the back page of the Ghanaian Times. So you can see from the front page here, the Cocoa Board CEO, Joseph Boahin Edu, is also on the front page. They've been able to increase their revenue in 2019. You can see the president also talking about giving out or coming out with a lot of ideas in terms of investing in our country prior to the development of our nation. So he's calling on individual investors or group investors to come to Ghana to invest so that they can also benefit from our country. So come out with a lot of ideas. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want an entrepreneur, you come out with concrete evidence, ideas, so that you can support people, you can support your business through government policies and government initiatives. So the president is charging private investors to come out with different concepts. An entrepreneur is somebody who has the vision to create a concept, coming out with a different idea, different business techniques in order to create jobs for others to also benefit. You also take the risk when there are losses in the business. At the same time, benefit from enjoy the profit that also comes out from your business. So president is charging every single individual, especially investors, to come out with ideas to support his vision. That is one district, one factory policy. Page 16 of the Ghanaian Times. Na wasadi abase Sheikh Nisika no so yade aba. And also some Auditor General say Cocoa Board for elusu 320 million Ghana cedis. Nemo omatimi increase omu revenue. Sika omunya kuku aye to ho ade from 9 billion to 9.76 billion Ghana cedis in 2019. Omayade, but losses number lose unde ni kwanse entertaining no. And Ghanaian Times and all this story what about we back page on so the stories are kama Ghanaian Times. Sinti the Democrat newspaper review no and me go so me the amount. So you can also join us. Just tell a friend or call a friend to tell a friend that the dialogue show is airborne, and you can also join us on our platforms, especially on YouTube, to contribute, share your views, send in your messages, so that we can also read your messages for you. And that is the Ghanaian Times. Na mede amount and the Daily Statesman. And I made to also on the front page of the Daily Statesman. Scholarships. Secretariat commences interview for 140,642 applicants. That is page 4 of the Daily Statesman. And fixing Ghana is our collective duty. Chief tells Ghanaians. And Sema Anope, the Obokrata, the Daily Statesman, and so Edinburgh. Ghana Health Service to begin offering Johnson & Johnson vaccine shots today. When IGP introduces horse patrol operations, and so the ABBA, the Obokrata, the Daily Statesman, and also Honkomo. So you can just get the paper, the Daily Statesman, and read through. Go to page 3, page 4, and also Ohene a watchra Bono region. Or say fixing Ghana is a collective responsibility. And I know you're doing. Nobody, Ghana cannot be fixed alone. Until you know you're doing. Scholarship Secretariat say Omo started interview. Omo scholarship 140,000 students. And also good news. Now Johnson & Johnson and also you shall see our COVID-19 vaccines, second dose and second way, so ABBA. And the serial killer grabbed, attempts suicide. Abranti Ochiribafo, I say, Okunkum Emma, you just fall in love with him later and will kum. Wow. He's from what? Bibiani in the Bibiani and Yansubekwa district of the Western North region. Ameri Sheikh refunds Sputnik cash. That's page 3. Fixing Ghana, a shared effort. Chief. 21st Clinic CEO Aned. That's also on the front page of the Daily Guide, Ghana's favorite newspaper. I think it's the same story, multiple stories on the front page of the various newspapers this morning here. Daily Graphic finally. And I made a chapter. Na mede amount ishe no so farmer me say anope Daily Graphic and so or say deployment of single dose vaccines expected Monday in the audit service to construct 19 regional district offices. One of the ongoing projects at Insheso in Kumasi. Hey, audit service office no more pages was ano. Wow. Almost we see 19 regional district offices and energy sector recovery program. Government saves $5 billion in 2019. Wow. Ghana Team Services Kano energy sector recovery program no buy no. In 2019, Sika o minor team saving no. Afenyo Markin confirms receipt of Sputnik V refund and the deployment of so Makanwasem. At the back page. At the back page of the Daily Graphic, government absorbs 60% of housing mortgage interest. And the chief of staff receives locally made tricycle ambulances. That is at the back page of the Daily Graphic. The chief of staff at the office of the president, Mrs. Akufo-Addo, yesterday received 2 rural motorking cycle ambulances from LK International Company Ghana Limited as proof of the company's production capacity. And so the Anopay, the Bokrata, the Daily Graphic, or the Abre and the Anopay, the amount. So Daily Graphic in summer, or the Abba, the amount. And so this morning, the era, Damien D. Smith, Yaneno Komodi Hasi, just about 15-20 minutes. We discuss in Nyoma the project and the Oye. As I speak to you, we're a filmmaker, actor, award-winning writer and director and a founder and creative director for 4910 Rosalind Productions. And I'll join briefly our studios here. And you can also join the conversation. Now you send your messages on a social media platform, especially on YouTube at Net2 TVGH. You can also WhatsApp us on 0549 887703 na edisa enkomo na sana guest and so by cancer na edinkomo. Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
I'm good. And you too?
Doing well. Amazing, actually. I'm here with you. Gotta be amazing.
All right. So that is Mr. Smith here. So you can also join us. We are going to talk about his project, his vision, what he's then doing, and what he has for the people, especially the youth. We are going to discuss a lot. He has a lot of programs that he has been doing in order to achieve the aim of such wonderful production. As a director, a writer, and a filmmaker, we have a lot of actors and film directors, creative art directors, and others. One person being a filmmaker, an actor, award-winning writer, a director, and a creative director. Such an amazing. So, first of all, we welcome you for this great opportunity for having you this morning on our show. What are you intend doing prior to your projects And actually, what I want to know is if somebody is watching you this morning, who is Mr. Smith and who are the people behind your success?
Who I am, Mr. Smith, is a actor, writer, filmmaker from the States, from St. Louis, Missouri.
All right.
And the process of getting here was a process. But I wanted to come and show my film Target St. Louis Volume 1 here in Accra, and when I was welcomed by the Real GH to come and show the film, express ourselves, and then, let the people know, let our people know what's happening in the States, what's happening in the States here.
Okay. All right, I see. So for how long have you been into the industry?
How long I've been in the industry? I've been in the industry for, I'd say, 15 years. Started off just as an actor, and then I progressed my way to being a writer-director. So I just like to look at myself as a storyteller.
Wow.
Yeah, I live between New York and LA, working on my craft.
So can you tell us some of the projects that you've embarked on and some of the programs that, say, Rosalind Production have come out with?
4910 Rosalie Productions we have come out. This is our feature documentary, Target St. Louis Volume 1, but our other film about that, we won the Arts with Impact Award in the Film Festival in San Francisco, and then our film, Daddy's Big Girl, we won the Gentleman Jack Daniels Filmmaker of the Year Award. So we've been coming out with films consistently, and most of our films target a demographic that needs to be spoken to. Okay. So that's what we do. We try to give voice to the voiceless with our films and our creative endeavors. Okay. From documentaries to narrative forms. We try to engage and give a voice to the people who need to express themselves and feel like they've been muted.
Wow, wonderful. Yeah. And one thing we've learned is you've been using your tool to also address issues of sexism, racism, bigotry, and others.
Yes, yes.
Why?
Because I think that's what we need to do for each other. Each one teach one is something I believe in wholeheartedly, where you learn and you acquire information and you pass it down to the next generation. So that's why we focus on the isms, the sexism, the racism, the violence against people, and it's all of us that need to do it. But I know as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, my tools to fight against these things is my storytelling, is how I can position a story to impact you. And then once you're impacted, once you have an emotional reaction towards something, then it engages you to act, right? So I think that's one of the gifts that God has blessed me with, is being able to move people and engage with people. So that's why I choose to use my tools, my powers under God's tutelage, and tell the stories that I like to tell.
So is there any way, or have you been able to gather data prior to racisms, sexisms, and those things? Have you been able to write certain things, articles on
Yes, writing certain things, certain articles, like my film, Daddy's Big Girl. It's basically, it's fighting against the negative images of Black men and their children. Sometimes there's especially in the States, there's a narrative that we don't take care of our children, which is ridiculous. So that's why I created this film, Daddy's Big Girl, and then I directed it because I wanted to fight against that stereotype, which is, again, ridiculous. The same thing with About That. About That is a story about mental illness that, we wrote and directed, and again, it addresses what happens when love is only good for you, and it address mental illness and things that need to be talked about in our culture. So that's what I do. So again, Target St. Louis Volume 1. This documentary is about post-World War II, during the Cold War era. The military conducted secret chemical testing on the most vulnerable population of St. Louis. So at the time, they said they were putting together a defensive weapon to attack Moscow, but in actuality, well, from our understanding from the research, is that they may have been putting together an offensive weapon. So the story centers around and is told through the eyes of survivors. Okay. These people were children at the time when it happened, but now they're adults in their 70s, and they just want their story to be heard so they can be seen. Because everyone wants to be seen in the world. Okay. Everybody wants to have an identity, So they can be seen, and then maybe some action can happen after this. So that's what the documentary focuses on. All right.
That's wonderful. You can join us. That's Mr. Smith. We are discussing a lot of his projects. And some are Oduro or Kana Bruni Kasa. Na Oyobia body bibre. So can you tell us how many awards that you've been proud to win?
I mean, I've been nominated for awards, more than a few theater awards, TV awards, television award, film awards. So I appreciate each and every one of them. But my biggest award is speaking to the people like yourself.
Wow.
The biggest award is for me being in Ghana, you know, been in Accra, Cape Coast, Prom. I've been up and down, you know, engaging with the people, talking. We had a screening for Central University to show the next generation what's happening to us in the States, so we can bridge that gap between the States and Ghana and our people, so we can start building more and more, so we all can be one united.
I think looking at what you said, visiting Elmina, Prom and others, there are a lot of tourist site area. I've been able to visit such areas, so that when you engage the African American diasporas, those in the States, after visiting those areas, you can share something with them. What did you see after touring such places?
You know what I saw? I was touring all those places. I saw beauty. That's what I saw, beauty, and I saw understanding, and I saw love.
All right.
That was the things that stood out when I was there and experiencing and having great conversations. The conversations that I've had in these communities have blown my mind.
Wow.
And when I'm here, I tell you to be honest about you, for me, I just love being in the part of the majority.
Okay.
You know, in the States, it's hard fought to be in that situation, but for us, when I'm here, and there's no feeling that I can explain that pretty much that embodies what I'm feeling.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I suggest to all my brothers and sisters in the States, come to Ghana. Come to Ghana and visit our people.
Oh,
because
I see.
You are our people and we are your people.
Wow.
You know?
This is wonderful. So for Chelsea or Ghana, or Kwaprobo, Mina, Cape Coast, Prom and others, Accra, environment, you know, ultimate country in Accra.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Help me out. I'm learning.
So who is teaching you?
Who's teaching me?
Yeah, how to speak the Akan language.
Oh, my brother. I got a good brother, Ellie, who's helping me out. He's putting me on the game, and my good brother Morris, he's you know, you need the intermediary that's gonna help you. So Morris helps me out.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, this means this, and Ellie gives me the proper meaning and keeps me on track. He keeps it like you know, things like that. You know.
All right. One thing that has been a major challenge to the let's say movie acting industry is the novel coronavirus pandemic. It has affected a lot.
Yes,
it has jeopardized the world economy. How is it affecting your production?
It affected, well, okay, so we started this documentary, we were out of Corona. But listen, one time, we were planning to have a big premiere in St. Louis.
Okay. In
St. Louis, Missouri, where the documentary is shot and set. But it was on March 23rd of last year.
Oh, okay.
And then we had hooked up with the Historical Society of Missouri, and they're going to have a big, beautiful screening. And Corona stopped all of that.
Okay.
But you know what it is? It was a blessing in disguise, because it stopped our premiere at that time.
Okay.
We were able to get some new footage from different people, and new historical societies showed us and sent us footage, so we were able to include that in the documentary now.
Okay.
So now this documentary is stronger, and I feel it has a stronger impact because of what happened in March, 22nd, 23rd, where it was canceled.
Okay.
So again, it's all God's plan, you know. So that makes it even stronger. That's all.
All right. Okay. That's Mr. Damien D. Smith, a filmmaker, actor, award-winning writer, and a director. 4910 Rosalind Production. Why that name?
4910 Rosalind Productions is the house that I grew up in. I was raised with my grandmother, so that's the address of the house that I grew up in.
Wow.
So everything that I do is a production of that, you know. You know, and sorry, can I say about the thing about coronavirus affecting the industry?
Yeah, sure.
I was working on a show. A Snowfall.
Yeah, Snowfall. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That show it usually should take a few months to shoot, and it kept getting pushed back because of coronavirus situations, you know. So that is affecting the industry throughout our industry, especially last year. So everyone had to adjust to the situation as much as possible because safety is the most important thing, right?
Wow. This is wonderful. So you can see the coronavirus has affected a lot of things.
A lot of things. Wow. A lot of things.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I was for opinion anything come where we are oyisene o twasene or America abrochimemo horn odini dwuma osatro say stories osanso director ono anso director won edwuma ku a yene no edi enkomo o say coronavirus no asenioma pi a chese ohwe ne dwumadi ne botae na esi nani so and they not person over here. So what's the way forward? What's the vision? The vision for your project?
This for my documentary?
Yeah.
Well, the vision is first have our screening at Bayview Village on Sunday. So
okay.
we have that is at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So we're going to have our screening, and it's going to be the Accra screening. I'm so happy. Then after this, we go to New York, and there's some festivals that we're in that we can't say now publicly, but they'll be coming soon. So it's going to premiere in the States.
Okay.
Most likely New York City, and then we're going to go across the state and do a couple more screenings, and then from the best plan is that we get picked up by a streaming service. You can't say all names. We get picked up by a streaming service, and they go from there, so everyone can see it. My goal is for everyone to see this film because the film is basically a call of action.
Okay.
A call to action to get people engaged about what's happening, so things like this can never happen again. That's the goal of the film. So situations that my people had to go through never have to happen again. So that's why we speak out now, so the youth can learn from the past and prepare for the future.
What should we expect from your production in the coming years?
In the coming years, we have our slate is pretty full.
Okay.
So we have a film, The V, aka Victory High.
Okay.
That's a feature narrative film that we're going to shoot in St. Louis, Missouri. But I am looking to shoot something here in Accra.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to direct the film here in Accra.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Have you been able to engage the movie industry in Ghana?
I am starting. I've been having some meetings and talking to different people here, and it's very promising. And the industry, from my understanding, is very inviting to creatives that want to come here and show Accra and show.
And have you, able to identify some of the actors and actresses in Ghana?
Not yet. I have it's one that we're coming up that's going to host, but we'll know it'll be more of a rollout.
Okay.
So we're going to that's going to host for Sunday. But that's what I'm looking to do. I want to be engaged more with the film industry in Ghana. So if I would love to talk and speak and have time, have lunch and talk while I'm here too. To all our good people.
All right. This is wonderful. Very interesting. Then, Kojun Cancer Lewin, watch out. I'll engage you with Mr. Damian D. Smith so that there will be a collabo for wonderful.
Yeah, right.
Have you heard of one actor called Kojun Cancer Lewin? Kojun Cancer Lewin.
Not yet, brother.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
He's one of the famous Ghanaian moving actors in here.
Oh.
Doing local movies in our country.
Oh wow! Yeah. I would love to meet that brother and speak with him. Yeah.
This is wonderful. Okay, so if someone is watching you this morning, a youth who has the vision or future to become a movie actor or a film director, what would be the advice to that person?
Love it, because it takes love to get what you want.
Wow.
So if you want to, it's a process, and it's not always pretty. You have to go through the fire to get to the, you got to go through, you got to forge yourself with steel to be on point, right? So you got to learn, and you got to go through a process. You're going to get a lot of rejection. You're going to get a lot of no's, but you got to know you have to love it, because when you love it, you'll do it for free.
Wow.
But you have to love it, and then keep on progressing. Don't let anyone tell you no. No is just a hurdle. And once you jump over it, it makes you stronger, and you can jump over the next hurdle even faster, then the next hurdle even faster. So keep on loving your craft, keep on working at your craft, and keep going.
Now, there are so many young, talented guys in the country, but most of them, their motive is to get money first by putting aside the talent. They don't want to work hard the first thing that they focus on is to get money.
Yeah.
So is that how you started it?
Oh no.
Okay.
How I started, I did things for free.
Okay.
I started on productions in plays where I wasn't getting paid. I had to recruit audience to come in.
Wow.
So they can see me perform.
Wow.
And still didn't get paid.
Wow.
You know, so I didn't get paid for a long time because I was cultivating my craft. And that's where the love comes in. You gotta cultivate your craft. You gotta be the best that you can be in your craft so you can stand out. Because when you go to the big cities, like Accra, LA, New York, everyone's good.
Wow.
Everyone wants it, just like you. So how are you going to stand out? You got to want it. You're going to have to love it more than the next person, and then you and also have God with you, in my opinion.
All right. Does it pay? The profession, does it pay? Do you get money from the industry?
Oh yes. I get money from the industry now.
All
But
right.
it didn't start off that way though.
Okay.
It started off as an apprentice, an intern. It started off me then as a production assistant. I was PAing for a while. I did that too. I did everything so I can learn my craft. I can set up everything in this studio now. Light panels, cameras, I can set back focus. I can do everything in here. I've produced, I've done everything, so I know my craft so much that when I walk on set as a director, I know exactly what this person is doing, that person is doing, and that person is doing, and what time it takes to get your job done so I can be as effective as I can be.
Okay.
So that's why you got to know your craft. That's why you have to. Anything worth having it takes hard work.
Okay.
That's it. There's no tricks. There's no magic. Hard work.
Wow. Hard work. That's so. Finally, how do you combine as a movie actor, a director, a filmmaker, story writer? How do you combine the three or more than three?
Luckily, great question, brother. Luckily, I have cultivated that skill set. It's something I feel is natural for me. Luckily, as a blessing, because I know some people who can't. But again, I started off from the craft standpoint, from the love of it. So acting, theater. Then you come, then I did a one-man show, right?
Okay.
Where I played like 9 characters.
Wow.
It was funny. It was called Just Happy to Be Here. I wrote it. And I won, and I got nominated for an Adelco Award as a film. It was a theater award, right? And right there, that let me know that there's your benchmark. So it's time for me to go to LA and start working on my TV and film time.
Okay.
So I had to drive over there and do that. So you just got to keep on pushing and focusing, brother.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So finally, what are you telling our audience, our viewers?
What I'm telling them. The final thing is come to Bayview Village Sunday, 5 p.m. Come watch Target St. Louis Volume 1.
This coming Sunday?
This coming Sunday.
Okay.
Come watch Target St. Louis Volume 1. This documentary is a touching story. My family is in this documentary.
Okay.
My grandmother is in this documentary.
Wow.
You know, this is my uncles are in this documentary. This is a story that I told for our people. And I wanted to and so they can give a voice to the voiceless because they were not being recognized at this time. So they have to be recognized now. It's time. The time is now. So come see the documentary on Sunday and come meet. Let's have a great time and have a conversation, please.
All right. Thanks so much for having you this morning.
Brother, thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Love.
All right. That is Mr. Damien D. Smith, film maker, an award-winning director, and at the same time creative art director, 4910 Rosalie Production. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. You shared a lot with us this morning. We always have in mind that if you want to achieve something, you first of all push for money. But this morning, through what you've went through the beginning of your project, you started by doing things voluntarily, by not taking anything. So we appreciate your hard work, and we will also come in there Sunday to see whatever that will transpire there.
Can't wait, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I was afraid that penina say me say in some no bebre so ma wate obi a o twasene yisene direct sene o hyase no amfasika eni nanim amanone e na ote obi pi Ghana o say hwe Ghana environment na otim say nani ade oman no otim say Ghana ye wade a eye na oka atu mabunu no fo say manfasika eni manim kan na de moye no mon fa bibi si woni so de ye o talent no say dog love the talent I ho na me de no Ghana for bebre no o talent no enti we wi achi na to say akofa enyoma p and adeba exactly 25 minutes after 8 live here on 2 television the dialogue show Friday's edition Financial Friday and pay yes share ide enkomo and chibi am a guest also a financial consultant Penyan chibi obe cancer. There are a lot of issues ewo krimu behwe ne abrobroso de amount nti mame fast da emma maboafo me wia me homeso aba me ba na any guest atenase edinkomo emphasis the joy herbal industry producers of Vical 20, the ultimate immune system booster. Vical 20 has been authenticated by the Food and Drugs Authority, that is FDA. They've been mandated, regulated, and giving you the chance for you to sell a product to individual Ghanaians. So you can't just come out with any product for Ghanaians to just use them. No, before you come out with such product items, you have to pass through the process at the Food and Drugs Authority. Now, Meno Kasedi, Dr. Manfred Techi, and then you have Dr. Harrison. I and Sapepepe, and joy product for Kroimo, COVID-19 bremo, a beast immune system. Made a missing Manumbia, Doc, Oduro, made a Abuame, Abuame in Busia for. Aboni pebi so omodia dance especially lawyer Stephen Asante Bequin na no abetina afia can say Vical 20 no bia no bi obusia for konumbi na ma soja for ne woni pedi no nya hoden. COVID is real. Men ka say COVID dro mo bia amfa ma no nkosi bone dabi enye COVID dro nemmum apomudi mu nim di force onum a onum edro be boost immune system so no be strong enya hoden ya de bia so including COVID ontimi ma ontimi mani peduenum ntinum bi na fa bo ho ban si vaccine unya bi mo bi afa ne bi ba bedu so de no Vical 20 wo vaccine kura wi a no Vical 20 e ya de papa esan say omode hahamani no branko a na ye 0244 585 531 and 0244-876-321. Unauthorized product by JK Company Limited. Umesiwa wakadi ya ene papemu na ebua ma akodanya dachi. Na ene uhumpeni fobi bido TV so yemu yenye akonya teha ye kase school. Na yempu ya penso yenya sa umesiwa wakadi yenu. Na yemu ene yama umesiwa no aye mre ama inu yenu mkuma. Akoda no ansa na obenya fapem papesi suno ne dachi osa beode no. Unya books papa mane kenkai o man pen or the betro ne pencil unya school color works a draw a Ghana flag never Ghana colors no me school ade na me yade o pa no see and draw oh Ghana flag de obo me draw to sisi a and na me yade o papa me so me de eno no na ene natural product JK Company Limited de abaninti aman kwada no additional emere awofo a woheme no pay number 60 Otu Blom Street or North Industrial Area Todwa openi no taxes almost nkeba but taxes for bi ama I say he's also not coming there to come in for another supplementary budget and I say we no so na openi no akane nyina bom enya no ide anu mo ho na nti enya na watimi aboaye omo na aben osikam meme de no eye de me kosua kakra of FIFO ni hwa debit balance and credit balance kakra ke openi mo ache na we be fine nyame bro eto nka na ache sanity na ebusuafo no to say oh nyame adom omo hu ye papa all right okay Ora Eric Oduro financial expert nti braso se obefre onua na onua so afre ne nyonko na nyonko so afre ne damfo na nyina yatrase ye hia obra ye be dialogue on issue e be boa on my Ghana mpuntu upon ye be hye komo na say de free megidi se nkomo a koso ewo eye Ghana de what p Ghana weti na mabunu ati ho sikrom o man no magija fix the economy no yem fixe o de o tie nkomo mo de mo na monim economic indicators ne ade say na befa nkomo we na free
yo medinchia kase ema atifo esade enchia emoten ema me constituency MP honorable lawyer Agyapong
any
the milking
yeah,
okay.
Na Chema Sebunsu any Toulouse district chief executive na say MC you know.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Emma Omo. Na ensemo a ekoso fa face the country economy any de keka ho no. Yemfa no se ni nyina no esi emprempren.
Okay.
Aha, enye saa na ade ne tie kire se eskasem entutoye no ebribia no se wo hwe no ne faribai ebi free bar enoma etochima enoma sisia omo kura tumi no bo omo homodin se omo betimi ekram na yaye ntutoye
ne se ehase free baby
eni ahase kra.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Na Ushe fix the country one area omoka about youth unemployment year. Aya na media kakra. Nenso no efa baby no omo nso Ghana for enti bibi nso enkoyi a omo wo ho ekwan se omo tuitu anamo ebo empenifo amane ana eyi omo sutri se enioma bakwa na miedu we si de enkoyi na ni nyina mu no dia na efe ne se nipa na nkasa befi na dwimu ene ono ankasa ne pepa mu se de be obehu se wenkoyi na ekoba se nipa bakwa na mienu bi eheti ehemu kutupa eno na ehadwen no
okay
because esa na ade nani so ade hunu nyina na se ne sitie ni nyina no na ejija
okay
ho na eyemeya
okay
denso no se eye genuine concern se nipa no bibi nkoyi de dia se de be nyina Ghana for because nipa na ono etu sasa no se ni wo fa bia na ni bibi wa bem na ono no enkoye mana sila na obekọ na ofa ne ho so ko na ofa ne ho nso a se ninsa etimi eso obia so na susu ampa se ni ofa ne ninsa betimi aso obia so
okay
these are the questions are winning sem beside see etimi chichi na ntia me kansa ne se wo hwe ebre twam 2000 eba even at time MPPG or May C the 9 so the year 2000 na inflation rate 40.5%.
As at that time?
Yes. With the Czech statistics and that's December 2000. Na and then abako Emma say as at May no na ohanchimu enso echiripo enum ena June ayo humumo busome no nso no ohanchimu miens ohanchimu enso echiripo enwotwe na chese ya de papa na ebribia na manfo bisa se na inflation kura na yedi inflation na sabiu yen kasasa ite kasa ne se uhwe inflation se ne etu anamo esifa na ewo nsunsuanso wo nioma bebre so na obi beka se mekoto ebia awiesu ana mekoto tools ana mekoto we say no na ebo no eye 2 cities sisi na akọ 3 cities nenso adibi wo ho a ne bo no ebia be se 1000 Ghana cedis ana 2000 Ghana cedis eno ne yentum it is okay kan bom na titi bifrem na wo yem pensempensemu a na chese inflation no enkuntia oman ni nyina eno na bribia se nimdifo ene teacherfo ene amayofo ene obibia obenya kwanya ene Ghanafo akasa no ese etimi kirem say inflation is 7.8% as at June ade yebedi ana ewo nsunsuanso interest rate se okobo besia na ensi hu ede be ma no eno nsunsuanso wo no because the bank no ehu se inflation rate no se enkosoro a ono no ne yam hihye no because so this can ma wa onum se na ho odin no still na ebeden ebegina be bigina it is also betua ne ka ana obetua o loan na asa besia na wabebo na ahoɔden ne kura no otiminya size kana de ma obi foforo na mom say inflation rate no yemfa say 10% 20% 30% na sika na ahoɔden ne eba fo enti saa ne ma we say nyina na esi etimi kyerɛkyerɛ Ghana fo ne eti ase na one thing of Ghana ne say say amanyofo no akasa hye wanti samanfo kasa kura
individual bi kura kasa
na chese
ya politicizing no
that is the problem.
Okay.
Enti ama the country is polarized, that's what I would say. Na ebre eko na nimu no say amanfo nso adwemu eti ene kura no hwa covid ba ye covid ye beba covid no covid ba ye ama senia ye tu anamon se make bank na mdim sika akwa to ho mi koyi mi sika mi sika etuo obi ka ne ade ni nyina no esesa kakra ni nyina ye covid ni fariba ene ehom popoya edi abreye enu ntino wo hwe youth in agriculture, youth employment, wo hwe NAPCO, wo hwe sa programs ni nyina enye se ye ka politics o eye MPP government ena ekofa bae ena from 2009 ya be 2016 no ye ko jida MCA nim ensem apie free naka a good model pa na ban na etwa mu no ode bae enso yankasa Ghana for everybody knows ni ekopiem free bae si etimi ye ntotoye e make sure say structural adjustment and say baby efa agriculture efa tourism efa financial efa we say no IT ni ade no si etimu hyemu kina ema nkwala no nso hu se o ade we ya mesua menya mfaso na me ankasa kra metimi asua e de abome bra wa bra sika ye twade ato ho obi mfa ne sankobom ye mfa nkoma manfo wa bra akasa fesika ne bra kra ontimi fesika ne ma eno na ema sa youth program we say no atochima from 2017 January aban we be pick ya e the problem abano
okay
it mostly no aya e hindsight enioma SCC no si etimi hyemu kina ema sa youth employment na kufo de ba ye no nanka jida yi ama me pense mu amnye no me pense tra wabra ade sika ye twa ye mi kaipa ye twa sika kese pa e ko hwemu amafo beble ye complicit enso no ye ntimi aka ho asem bia these are issues say youth no e can say yes we akodiska financial propriety we say eden chidom eden asuntwe ben eden ma
masenipa no especially with the banking sector
these are the issues these are all very issues because banking you better hold me yemfa no yes said there because say akwadani ti ho we university or history or geography or accounting or architecture or pharmacy or infant so training college or nursing na obewie no afi mfie mienu mfie miensa mfie nan onye adwuma sene maami eskani kura na sene papa kakra on nsem kura ne ho be hi because bibia ne edema wa na hunu eden eyehi enti ehihye ben NSC ehihye the key thing punitive measures say enu de nipa no ede ne nsabom ana say touch maybe ba na ya ntwe nipa na so a I am telling you say ebe ye trasa enu ne ade a esi etimi swase because the moment nipa ne ye bone na obetwe na so no eye deterrent say ebo bia hu say aha sade ominim nam dem sakoshimpe me so no eche mepe ebe feme these are the about policy measures ne de a abaya ade pa na beyond policy measures ne decisions ne sa entutue na ayaye no say ye gi ade ntum say ye yesu adwuma na touch maybe ba say na ye solve some problem
okay
those are crucial issues
so there were interventions a go yes aboa but sin to be aba ho kwa be so ne fasa okay
and auditor general from 2016 up to 2020 or the statistics biaba your tax irregularities, your cash irregularities, your procurement irregularities, your payroll just say when you na so timemu for na also this impropriety yes because many minister authority na say to me no the also to me na ohweso no sa de na fa ne nsase ena sabi auditor general so ba ho no enye say wo hwe wanu say ninu anase na damfo ni wo papers amode bre no ho report
ena watro
okay it is a payroll irregularities and also be kwa beka from the country say cash irregularities we dem aminche mutwi payroll ni say akatua ye di tue enipa no
okay
baby no touch ma ba ho
etue nipa bi a nipa bi ka bi a omonya dwuma bi a
sanetie
the ghost names bi etimi de sha okay
ye koto neoma sika no afa baby sika esese ye de ebu oman no ho akonta no ye kwa kohwehwe ehu krata asem ne ade ye ya ye cash regularities na ye hu enti se youth no so baby no hu sa neoma we se nyina okan o enye sese bi de akohye kukuwam na we say ni nyina na ye ntimi mo ho bra ade na kwala no he has a point to talk about
okay
enti Sir reports now Auditor General Agyapong a very good pa. I know say be call the Parliamentary Select Committee on Finance, call the Public Account Committee, and it's your money beyond that, what next? These are issues. Sometimes we should be more nationalistic. Kakra. We should need our minds on your dinner. A son, you always ask a baller so a friend saying, Ejano.
No phone of phones and a pija.
Sanity.
Okay.
In TM make I heard the Peace Council chairman say, Sanuma we say no, Yemo modern say Beswano pa. Nan in son one is saying, Children say, Sabri, the mean to be first can show, sir. Mean to me, say, na anamo made me true and made this solve that problem. No, Nipa, be a explanation.
Okay.
See, Nipa no who say, me problem ni, me the better when him, me who say, to one among that alone gives comfort. And when Nipa na register say, me penny, he can do something about it. And don't you know, face the country to a much greater extent, they have a case. Now, you try the flip side.
Okay.
Flip side, ni say, Nipa na idea de ahye nsa no wo timamuni na wo nso wo ye adwuma esa wo nso boa yen ye mfa so ka say wo ko your friend is saying aboso kan price no ebo na ode ma no ono ansa na etwa bo no so say wo kwa koto part we say 2000 Ghana cedis 2000 Ghana cedis no nso no any standard bia o because Ghana pricing system na poor obi etwa ebo
bia ne board na
sanity enti 2000 na waka no Adie no okoto ne same free South Korea and I say US market and I say hey 2 tax ahin otua kan ho 3 withholding taxes you better tax and then you better tax mo pa withholding taxes ne say enyomanu maybe wo na okoto a esese esanse wonyeska na okokoto sadie no esese oni na auto free won ho etise ska ne bi ede maban bi say the withholding tax system na ngasa no e weak e wo Ghana hanom it is our 2000 Ghana cedis adie na aboso kan ni ede ejo no ho entutuye ne ho taxes ne standard tese den ogina so because we say we here no dey about trim entity memfo na ngasa no yenso yesu ene eban ene se ne ye ne aban ene nipa entem nkitahudie ene se ne ye didwa ne ade no nso no esese yenso yetimi sisan yesuban.
Wow.
That is it. 2. Nipa no, yeso omre adwuma 7:30. Obedu adwuma 9 AM. Bisa say if we 7:30 echo 9:30 AM no 1.5 hours no so ka say o sisia kusika semu nchirechire mu a you loss in productivity what hours.
Wow.
Ye betimi akruche edia abasi kafe mu. Na sane ma we ni nyina ye nhwe o. Enti ka say quantify and I say ye busa enioma etochima no ho akonta ni yesi ni fapem a ehu sika no I am telling you say e betimi kra ba say e ye ohanche madu no as against our GDP. Chese yakoma sika na ye nyina age ato say boy ye ho chidom no sa dwirim ne nioma ekoso no si ekikambom ne ebu ho akonta mini statistics there but me ha many a it can be about 20% of GDP. It's GDP na kasa ho no kasa no emu ahojo ebeda ho a it means solve your problem no because enioma akoshishem no your friend inefficiencies in expenditure and in revenue.
Wow.
Enti say ye hwe aban ni de ne ye hwe amanyofo de ne ye hwe yen kasa temamufo no so de a 3-pronged affair. It is obia na femu de a I say we marketing strategy, integrated marketing strategy. The key thing is your promotional strategy. That is what? Advertising, sales promotion, personal selling, publicity, and I say public relations. And tobacco touch map, no matter how brilliant you are, no. You can achieve it.
Yeah, it's true.
Sanet here. And countries, ni companies, ni inuma, omu, koso omu ye no. Adie na omo bo ho bra na eho akwa bia no ye wo expert a all hwe say ono ne de en touchma entisi e ba ban mu nso a aban no nso mfa sa akwa na so se experts no anampanifo na nimdifo no obi an hwe ne de central government here he has broad knowledge, he has good programs. Then so no it's not the it's not the president and I say cabinet no yes anyuma no the MDs supervised by policy direction for the ministers.
Okay.
Enti say the program neba na wa wo hwe so no wa anya ntutuya say we ye ntutuya na wa anya ntutuya pe na atochima. I remember a friend worked with one of the multinationals Ghana this OMC omoton fango ni ho e mi pese me body na omo hihye ne say the city ne say accounts department ho no ye wo financial accountant, your management accountant, your IT accountant, your stocks accountant, your accounts payable accountant, your accounts receivable accountant. Just say, now, Oma Shisha Sadi and say, Bakua Wanya Wajuma ye pay effectively via the report, instant report, across South Africa. A company is so efficient to say, wouldn't him now one accountant say we were Jumano. And don't a human cost to know the system is seamless. Just a touch maybe any. And don't they say you cruche ediba amanyon semu Emma say finance ministry ana agric ana health ana tourism ana way na famu die na dia kana nye na famu die ya si e kampo bupe enyina. These are the secrets in global financial system, global governance system, and whatever that we talk about.
Okay.
And don't you know, face the country, they have very genuine consent. Then so yankasa yesubaino, we should be able to check our attitudes. Very key. In time of attitude, they say, among for bebre a book writer so. Among for bebre betting at Tronum. Among for bebre betting at Tronum. Among for bebre betting at Noma. Then so no, a sign a quadrusem any chese or no ankasa or nin Kenyan. Success is one kasa woman who Kenyan.
Yeah.
Say, oh, we are Moame. We say, I'm for we are to Hano there. And no, it doesn't come in. Because, and in Christ, they say, so what's here, Juma? Now we share the Niska. Now one Kaswa Kwamo sign. Send when near Brepana, we are to Tuyano. Say, Obi Hua, Utimu say, Cratchy. Then near Brepa. It is what in the Sika be shame and now or Boa Unsuru. Now, one what the other? What's that? How can you? I don't know what the other. Brace no Utumin and I 99%. 1% may say, go out, do something for people to see. Enti face the country ni die yenhwe yankasi yesuban na ye besre enso say sa report eba out no especially auditor general's report na yes kasem payroll sem procurement sem ene sanema neoma no yenka ho asem ye pa
nipa wafon bia so twen bi wo yenfama no
because se when tusu sape enkwada no so benya bibia gina so na onu so tusa. And it's in Kualano because of social media. And no international media, no so public. Is it affecting your investment drive?
Oh, okay. Because of the negative implication on the economy.
Yes.
And how are more posture, more painting, or it may affect it.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Because if it be FDI, foreign direct investment, will be amount for a new man, a buying a bimuska. Now, what she said, one name from Sikanam Ghana. Na me fan tom fidi nyuma enye djuma ana me fa me hye kuya mu ana me fa me hye fintechs sisi no eba senia ye di dwa na ye tua ka ne ade na banking system traditional banking system ne kura no sisi no kura na e kofom kakra enti se onya sa information we say na otise Ghana this is the trend no of graphic procurement regularities say we say ya e twe ne science on fa ne sikabra so the back otiso ena economic development na say we grow economy no so no sika man for the bra ukro mu no so ho hia even China kra almost FDI is so big because most global companies ni na almost plants any offices e wo China ho no apart from China na nkasa na almost so industrial system no into nkwa untimi nka say ugina simpie so ai nkasa wade o
okay
ho hia enti amamfo na e wo outside no Sena omuhu
omaino
efa.
Okay.
It's very key. And investment is one of the key things. Now the Emi then say development banker eBay. Ni nyina na link it to foreign direct investment. Because say obi fi Nigeria, obi fi Togo, obi fi Kenya, obi fi South Africa, obeba. So oba no yen to 2 year or do the business plan, no the koto omanim na ekire say ebetimi aboa ewu kwanfoforo so wabra entra yankasa yeman amamra because amamra na eka ho asem mo hwe mostly Ghana amamra na Ghana Export Promotion Council say uni 1 million ana say enyumenyume bi wo ho na wo ye friends obi a wo free baby ba say enyumenyuma no ye ma wo nye
I don't know how.
Yes, I'm read how. Now, question is answer. Some run this one, I see this. These are all issues. And South is the country issue, no, the investment debacle. Chese, Bokana se Bonyuma, ebe dietia Ghana for, wabra sansem we say, Equa Manonino, Mr. Passy, see, I'm sure you dear, and your problem.
Wow. Here are Eric Oduro, a financial expert. And I pay what do you conform? Or just Obia on a major role, I'll say, or play as a mind. Mebuno, a candy for a buying, just say, Obia on a role, I'll say, or play. You say, oh, what join here? You say, in common, a course of local conversation, no? Send a bear also free munti. The best result do message beba through WhatsApp 0549 887703 and join our YouTube at net2tvgh call YouTuber also bit me akoshe ho odi wadwen channel so far wa e be kenkan edem ori a ne din komo your no opani Eric Oduro oye obi a onim nkomodie onimdie fa isikasem ene e basikasem ho ntotoya ono na ne din komo ti yenhwe se ne wabrobro so okikeka financial as a financial expert now we share the auditor general report na famudie yemra COVID-19 before yemra taxes kra eto enso ano so brem eto ankasa as oman no nipa dodo say because now Ghana Revenue Authority for so much me identify about 12 point something million professionals be a lawyers be a teachers be a journalists be a omuntuato in so maybe so 2.8 your tax system no oh memo no say na osifa no
yo eba etoa eyadia ehuhia pa na sorry eba etoa ehuhia pa na di omuni say wohwe ebibre femu hana ye fa yakoho a sika ye GDP no say ye de tutu ye to ho a ye yemfa say between 10% to 21%. Inti etoa ye gigi no chese ne kasi a yenya pa wa Africa ha no eyo hanche modunu baako chese waya de pa wo de tutu GDP ho a tax to GDP ratio no 21%. Yes, and you chese waya de pa ne ba Ghana ha yen average rate no eyo 14%. Sometimes right was 13.1%. Akosrua de bia yemfa say 16%. Akosro kra enti ohwe OECD your Organization of Economic Development omuye dwumaku obi a omo so eboa ewiaseman ohwe countries bebre na omo ne de ne between 20 to 35%. Enti aman for France no eba omo to je eto agie ho ntutue na chese ebi kra bu ohanche mo aduasa na chese omo ko nimpa because enye eto nko na yede ye entutuye ye non-tax revenue ehonso ye beka ho asem kakra enti ye ba tax anase eto a efre be compliance ni say wagye atum say ubedi de ahye wonsa say di so
okay
na eno ne ade a ehadwin
oh ye man
I am telling you
wow
na yenti etisa ne say ye wo tax system no ye wo corporate tax ye eto a enyumanuma aban eje wo mo in fact the company tax
okay
it is a winner profits na say if you able to make net gains and as a net revenue say wutimi tua eto e wo so sisia ye to a ye tua friends and companies ni tua no 25% of your pre-tax profit into your hanche mu aduonu friends aduonu ena ye ba PAYE eno ye wo a wote wo hina wote say wutua tax wo ye adwuma mo bi say wutua tax e ma ban ansa ne o rent tax enti enwuma bia nso a wo no wako han obi dan a wo de ye wadwuma no say wutua e ho tax eno tax no nso no 15%. Enti ye fan say Kencity so wako han fi obi ho a say every month bia no wutua 15% of a friend is saying sikana wutua ma landlord
no
it is to wutua 10,000 Ghana cedis every month I say wutua mu at 15%. 1,500 Ghana cedis. Bisa say, sa etwo we say no. Yitua na. Ye beba VAT. VAT ye will be a 4%. Matisa ban kra pese o yen sachrai wo mu. Ansa na the normal 17.5%. Ansa na VAT ne kra no last year or two no aban ni NHIS. Any other ones no ye den if you it is a say no ama PAY say amanfo a omoye edwuma mamanfo emfa say staff tax and I say worker tax PAY you know say abafom yes abafom my company tax no mo ye den ama ni mo so
ekosoro
enti these are issues are enti and in the foreground they are even worried say PAY you know worker tax na ye can want some abafom.
And that's the reason why Bimuka said this corporate taxes, one here, especially banks, you know, or more than Husun, so be good ordinary Ghanaians.
And me bahono.
Okay.
Now, Osha media budget now, and no crano, bank profit tax crown, a bank pijamukakra. But we are so you put undue pressure on the tax burden.
Okay.
And we another a year, I see a share because you're back informal sector now, you will be unobserved economy. It will be on phone. O share phone we minimum 500 na can na battery na Ghana cedi. No agina dey share bottom. On go to your tax. But me misika koto bank no. Esa say krata 70 bibia ya crowding no.
Me to your tax.
Sanity because cementia kra ban ye the prudential reports. See the krata 70 kra Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana betimi attrack ya but the micro data analysis etimi ehun say Eric Tuya we see grampo no ye ntimi emu ho akunta.
Oh, I see.
Enti ye can unobserved economy eye omo a omo hihye ntokrom hey I am telling you Mrs. Kana ewo Ghana ha no ehye kase ebotomo sika ni nyina besi ekobo ni ade nyina no sika na ehye ebotom eso se ne
besi na ebo because carpenter ni obodan so when to your tax
member ho
wow
enti tax no your corporate tax your PAY your withholding taxes no you will no money maybe a ukoto na obo ho ka se ebro 2,000 Ghana cedis ese se utua ho tax bisa se GRA crampo no statistics ben ana se yemfa ne se system ben o ma create to even track those things
okay
ni nyina ye human capital issue
okay ese size kan nyunu ko
enyunu egusu nyunu ko eno ni asem no
wow
enti ye ba informal ayina because about tax na you free be wealth tax esikafo say when you sika pudu obi then no one day best rest me
yes
because no a contentious issue ebi mo can say any kwan say your profit and kwan na you treat tax na wealth because omo mo ska pa no ono ska into obefa chartered accountant for obefa lawyers obefa friend say financial investment analysts na omama no efutuo say fa we sha ha fa we to ha you will say enti tax obetua no kakra bi ono so wo ska wo na wo je 3,000 4,000 no na yet to PAY every month you to be 500 Ghana cedis enti we comparative analysis so the toto ho a sikani no na che say osisiw enti eno no ye beba ho enti me to aso no sa unobserved economy no yenko bibi ti say a friend say mokola tie ni e pa o more analysis bi a very big tax stamp as far as I'm concerned na minim say a year 45 Ghana cedis enti ukọ mokola ho ana say market ho ana say sa mantem ho na mantem po de GRA bon ko ho enti okotua 45 Ghana cedis na obabubu 45 Ghana cedis no obabubu me yet analysis pa
yeah
and so no every day ebi mu make sales new ma oton no ebi 50,000 Ghana cedis
dako
100,000 Ghana cedis 200,000 Ghana
I don't know to also 45 cedis
yes
I know 50 Ghana
Debbie.
Okay
okon so a ono kro na bebo ebubu chese obebo bubu a kire wo say nipa no we sit down with crew say nipa no we sit down wo nkran wa hwe ne ma university odi na busuanfo kwa bro kire we yesei enioma awaye no yentimi mu ho akonta wo etuo fem
I see
wo konso a o say me kra 45 me kra scan kra muji kra mu ye hu de ede ye nti tax in the incapable because it epitomizes everything. See, it me can see discussions in our
yeah, sure. Because Agyapong, Obibeka say Ghana for that mentality and perception. Mitua to okra me hunem dey. Obi won so anokra eto no ontua. Enti yenhwe about 30 million population. Shahana Jerry, I was there myself. Yeah. So Ghana Revenue Authority has identified 12 million Ghana card holders that do not have 10 classified them into 10 numbers that do not have 10, and they have classified them into 5 segments. Your high potential individuals, your affluent professionals, middle and working classes, individuals not generating income, and individuals without phone numbers. You will be to say engineers, computer scientists, doctors, lawyers, financial service professionals, and nipa bi to say housewives, students, retirees, or unemployed, all occupations. So, 12 million ukremu, community number, untuato. Yes, or 30 million, titi free. Say ni pebeka say, mitua, tuano kra, dia na minibe. Dia na bema nipa nyasa, adreno ni trim.
Okay. Now, dear Edo, when say, mitizam ye any tax compliance behavior of self-employed professionals.
Wow.
Chartered accountants, medical doctors, and lawyers. Mitizam ye no.
Wonderful.
Esi super. Na one day, me ban ma.
Now,
Nintia me kasa say, you see, ma memfa idea no. Na memfa katre no wahano. Because we no so no ma ye hu wahano. 6,000 lawyers na omuntu tax ma ye hu yi na.
Okay.
Na the woman say company na ono ne financial system ntutu nyina na yaji atomu no. At the end of the year no, the total revenue yinim, the total cost yinim, the profit yinim ni yaji ne tax. Bisa say omo mokola ene omo baby shop ene omo je adodonkura mu ne emfichi chese omo je baby na ye hu omo no omo ye saade na na die okọ empoano eko sesanhwea die okọ abuom eko papa yabo die okọ ye galamsey ye nim na kira kwan die oton neoma nketenkete die ono de ade asan ne kon ho oni na mantem a oton no, are we tracking them of their taxes? These are issues. And don't you know, one now your company near about better sa tax no, but die or mokola na every day o making 100,000 no. On the average, for bonus say 50,000 multiply by what? 365 days on the average. Huge sales revenue. Ne cost no, nyoma na okoto ye no, sen. Omu hu akonta. Withholding taxes otua no, omu hu akonta. On prepare the balance sheet and the profit and loss account. Ma aban etimi agina so say senior net 2 yen utua corporate tax no, the ono so mokola no so entua fan savings say enye corporate tax na because adwuma na ye wan kasa wo de a ye the PAY graduated you know and ye dey
okay
bisa say yes ade no into these are areas are GRA because and mami nhemu kenabio into the say GRA and say sa omomo adeda ntem omo mantem ni sa we say no nyina mokola ne aboso kam ne ade nyina no esi enya national service for aban befa wo mo na ye komokola ho a yemfa say enipa enum bia na na say dubia no ana eduonu bia no na ya assign one national service personnel into wo ne o na akoto fi Dubai, China, US hwan you know na wo de ho krata asem no abre aban sa ne representative no na wa prepare account amount enioma wo ton nyina na wa ye ho account Uria or their command the sector friends and department manager no.
Okay.
No so an analysis no their command GRA boss. See any sa ukoyesa say pe obeka saban obema ban ay unpopular. Enso no
ban tata no.
Enso no sika e sa omu ebotom no. Esene market you say lecturers, you say lecturers on market you 5,000 now you so 6,000 for a month. Obi a wa school about PhD. And also so your PhD just say when 15,000 Ghana cedis per year unto me 30,000 Ghana cedis ya brochini crowd there unto me ho asem enti oni na sa businessmen ya de no sika omo no enti yes ade no enti every from Paga to Adan from Elubo to wherever Eti bebia na national, we can even get additional obi national service for when you adwuma no. Yemfa san crofo no. Enti ye bam my friends the Medina market ha. Ya assign it. Enti no na okoto ye no na omu take note. Ye oton ye ne ade ni nyina. Enti ya amfa 25% ni cry aban betumi ayemra. Some no dey yemfa se bia 4% na 10%. Na mo no ye dia working. Wo dey yenye sade we yenyi su be 3 years na yenye. Say sika no it will form about 40% of our total tax revenue. No. 2. Afe yem nti aha solution am person me dey my mind no. Nti yentie ni ye pa. Yen dey yakofom. That's my expertise.
Okay.
Nti ye kan yen dey ye kan ho asem. 2. Professionals no. One thing about the professionals ne say omo onim dey pa. Enti se ne ho kire na essence wo skenti no utimi fa lawyer na as professional e defend no.
Okay.
And 2, for a long time no, GRA no has concentrated on the established system, the formal system. Oh, yen to tax mu because yen to we say mu because omuno de enkrata asem any said the be promochira kwan a ye be enu no wo.
That's been the system for quite long.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Now, yen kase lawyers need to tax grow, accountants need to tax grow, doctors need to tax grow, but dodo na ede entry. Enti yem make sa qualification no. Enti obia abie ne clinic. Obia ne clinic no, why ne company limited by guarantee. By law, any kwan say ni panitua tax, corporate tax.
Yeah.
But enya no kre, and corporate tax me just one rule. After that no, rent tax is otua bisa say otua tax na sa clinic no, otua tax. Penny no, onye salary, or sign check up and we is can dey share bottom enti e ma paper so and no otua tax. 3 say ye kototo nyoma ebimo eye VAT incline no they are to zo ye clinic ye hospital into okoi na oni no kra no wate say clinic for de ye nyi wo tax enya no kra enoma no mebi wo ha clinic say otua tax wo so e ho asem no so no emem enti ye wo ansan ye wo other withholding taxes excise tax say bia who produce ye fan say alcohol na ehun tax chese tuo nsam ne ade ni nyina no enti se obi gina ka say limited by guarantee entua tax a me kan pay say eye company tax na ontua na emum e kan
ada obi also tua
yemra NGO ene NGO for afa so yen dey entua tax because act 896 94.5 no 94.4 94.5 no kire say NGO for there is of public character and they identify entua tax. That is okay, but in Kankana can omutu. And then now, NGO for bebre bimut chada for me NGO. Inti social welfare, Minister of President Labor and Employment and Social Welfare. But omusha hayepa. And then NGO for ebi eye money laundering. NGO for eye microfinance. NGO for ton oil and gas. NGO for galamsey. NGO for chese. They have gone into profit generating business activity. Now, in the
name of NGO.
Yes, akata so blah blah so. Enti challenge of taxation, omo interclass panel bi, and suggest say omo to omo ho si ho. Na omo nim senia sade no eden e koso sifa. Eno nti no, omo make sure say we can Revenue Administration Act na. E kire say GRA ebetimia ebudiketem epiefia bontin akofa afufro aba wabra ebetimi aboa ama se ade bi wo ho na GRA staff capacity and strength na entimi nso ano a obakofa nkofo fufro enti wamafo bebre o taxation accountants banking ne ade a yes kasam ho enti no o wane training kakra bi obeti ase na yenye total tax audit our NGOs we dey yen shase from 2009 at least there were 2 strands of government behind with the emphasis so the be from 2009 to date yenye tax audit the tax audit nature say to ese utria no where disu ana wo emrafem me say eba me say scanning na hye hu see agigi a yenkoji bi sem you I am telling you masa
and then on the other side one worrying aspect and so omo so gige to no so no omo de nukredie di makodie free Mr. Oduro company no eno na me de ko ananya baby no so scanning nyuru ko omo so gige scan no baby akire aban company we also tia to say so may be ama no tia kakra bi ama ban na ono so age kakra ahye mutu
mame asempa if be tax administration a very key area and here research a whole research area na me research no many amount for kasai businessmen kasai anyway say kasai no what they are saying is say edu baby kra tax officer no etimi kire ade ese wo ye say dey be a tax system tax officer no be kasa me market you so it's market you no ono so be fa akwanya bi so say dey be a obe store to money from the taxpayer enti bibia no it takes two to tango. It's law of karma. As you do so shall the results what come up. It's not done in isolation. And yes, me na menya ma de bi aban na enya ne tu bi na ogigi na emma. One na egigi sa to no. Compliance, monitoring and evaluation. Susu yes we juma na. And these are the solutions. And the solutions are that work plan. Work plan is say ye ba Medina femu ha ye wo data of all companies are registered.
Okay.
Ye ba omo register na adi nyina na make can say ye national service why be attach one ya pick obia nti we new person now ba pe esan say ono ya pick no we new now ba ono kra na be tax for na man say di pa Friday aba enti o sa work plan na then what is the solution? A company and answer a shop e betua 20 cedis we betua 30 cedis we betua 40 cedis enti esan say penny no work plan na say ye use IT Yesu abefu kwan so eyinti no. Ya link bibia to the software. Etini pani ban na oje na say wo friend is omo year population census. You see ma omo iPad no we see. They are all we can buy those things. Etini pani koje na wanye no oje na no wa key him. It will key na ba the departmental head na echo the main IT infrastructure. Enti se obi bedi bi kra na say e beba from kra. Now, if you don't put very key measures in it, nipan be kwa kwajiji. Obeka say tax ni kraji ni krana. Then ye. Now, one thing krana said, you bet me I say okay. Kankomu hanom si ajiji tax na emu 30% no. Ye the bebo one kasa mo bra. Udi emphasize say ye the central government. Udi yenye mrani say tax new regime me propose say ba out. Na yetimi soma tax na ya gigi wo Medina Kankomu ha na omo mo hyehyɛ ba bia yehu omo no emu o hanche mu miensa friends aduasa no ye de beye etutua ma ha ebesi library amamo se mo makrampo na enye school kwa ebesi day nursery ni we say amamo ebesi enti so oba beto ande a onfa ne ba ne nko school junction ne ho aso ode ne ba ya no ye ogu school ha ma no enti wo bosomi miensa kra na obetimi de ne ba no abaha wabra onfa ka fufra na so onkofo obi fufro nyeje ne ba. These are all simple issues.
But komono ayede na I was here to asasemi so na me acknowledge your sponsors Franco Trading Enterprise ebrena yebe ye ne ewura Oduro waye obi a eba no tax ho yi asam komo we a special day producer opening na what you say the safa no brama me pedafo for bi fa no brama me na on the branch Franco Trading Enterprise eton funds nti fa ho bo mu na ko perform bito Joy Herbal Industry and also the Vehicle 20 the ultimate immune system booster ba afi Unauthorized products JK Company Limited na ediaba and afi Antec Herbal Center and so the Spanish garlic mixture and capsules and so ediaba opening ebrena ekọ we the born 7 of an I fancy ha asem we eni kwase si he ya na yehunu eto sa amaya e developing na eto na babia yunu bi connection na ochechemti bon sem to fa ne mfansi amedi say na otwe besim no e be sa to asa nkomo we so
yo enti na me dem nsem e ba awiye no be stress aban wo monitoring team a omutie most radio station and TV station ma se e be boa na opeke ti mesra ban means me aban wo ya ban obi ya ban se e ba eto na yetimi hyem kina at least yetimi nya 20% or 30% of GDP said this year GRA project 57 billion. Now 57 billion Ghana cedis. See it means 7 billion Ghana cedis now. Ghana debt you're saying it's just a little over what 300 billion Ghana cedis. Enti say at one kwano so be a triani it means 57 and 60 billion. Next year 60 billion. Next year 70 billion. one deɛ de ɛtoɔ no ɛyɛ no ebi mu ɛwɔ nsonsansoɔ sisi a ebi mu yɛ medium term ebi yɛ long term ɛno deɛ yɛ maa ho one time na yɛbɛka ho asɛm
okay
enti yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ one key thing yɛ monitoring and evaluation and punitive measures
okay
enti nipa no yɛ de tax na asɛm hyɛ ne te sɛ ne auditor general report abɛyi tax irregularities ɛyɛ area bɛn ɛyɛ corporate tax ɛyɛ PAYE ɛyɛ withholding tax ɛyɛ rent tax ɛyɛ property tax ɛyɛ den tax ana nipa no ɛntimi amu ho aponta na yɛm punishing those people and I'm very sure say when there's deterrence mostly people are very cautious.
All right. Owura Eric Oduro financial and management experts ɔno na yɛne di ankomo yɛmfa happy birthday inua Obed Kwame Duku Arthur o papa Charles Duku o London ɔne ne yere so mo reshi inua Obed Kwame Duku Arthur o papa sɛ oni abusuafo ni nyina your siblings o papa ne o maame nyame nhyira wo mfia wodi foforo nyame ema wo kwatenten nyame ma hoden sonko na de wo hwe no onsan so intimi enka happy birthday in advance enkoma Mr. Geoffrey Dela Yao Agbenu formerly of Accra Brewery Limited that is from your wife Lydia Oforiwa and I wish you in advance nti opani oyere say happy birthday na ofre oma ene Rita ne omo maka nyina show happy birthday nti nyame ma kwatenten ma mudi ma woda nyina na de mo hwehwe mo nsa ntimi nka say medical board man Owura Christian donko onso ni ada form o wa chimda bompaye aboabo kwantimpon to da ho akina o kata na chi nti opani e ma o kafra hyeden ene abusuafo ni nyina na yɛhwɛ sɛ nneɛma betimi akɔ enkan production team ɛbɛdɔ mu nyina ase yɛsɔre so de amofa boache ba betena ase de national agenda